Hi, my name is Henley Guffey, and I am a first-year teacher, and this year I taught 3rd grade at Winecoff Elementary. Go Leopards! How I effectively keep communication open with my students and my students' families is the open door policy. So my students know that I am always here to talk to them regardless, and I communicate with parents through Class Dojo and Microsoft Teams with my students. I also use frequent phone calls to parents and families just to check in how my student is doing, and if I haven't seen activity of that student online lately, then I will give them a call and check in and just see what's going on. And it's just for me to make sure that my students are doing okay and just to hear their sweet voices. With my teaching strategies, I have had to adjust them with the remote learning. I'm very hands-on in the classroom. I like to do things where the students can see and observe how things change or use math manipulatives. And so having to teach without them having those things is a big obstacle to have to overcome. But I have found that if I make videos on how to make those manipulatives at home using paper and pencil, things that they should have at home, it's made it easier. Like a couple weeks ago, I explained and showed them how to make fraction bars using paper and pencil and how to cut and tape. And this week we talked about measurement, and so I taught them how to make a ruler at home using quarters. I have learned new things about me and my students during this situation that we're in. My students are so persistent. They're steadfast, they're determined, and they're very, very patient. And I'm so thankful for that, because without them being patient, they might get aggravated or frustrated with this situation that we're in. But me sending my constant love to them and showing them that we are in this together has helped to get them through this, but they are also so strong. For me, it has also taught patience for me to not get frustrated if something doesn't work one week and then it works the next. Some people may say that being a first-year teacher during all this could be very overwhelming, and that is true, but it has taught me that whatever is thrown my way, I can overcome with the help of amazing staff members and my amazing support at Winecoff, and also my amazing students that I miss and I love so much, and I can't wait to hug every single one of you.
Hi, my name is Gina Campbell, and I am a Skills Plus reading teacher at Harris Road Middle School. As far as connecting with the kids, I'm very grateful that we were able to establish relationships with each other through person-to-person school. I think it must be very difficult to do this online relationship from scratch. As far as staying in touch with them, I always put my face in my lessons, my video lessons, even though I don't love to look at myself on video. I think it really helps them to continue that relationship. At least, they feel like I'm there with them. We have been doing Flipgrids for the kids to share videos of themselves. I've been mailing things on occasion. There are other kids, some that I work with one-on-one in Microsoft Teams, where we are, I can see their screen, so I've been able to help them with work for ELA in particular is what we've been working on a lot. For teaching strategies, I've been able to continue some things right the way we were doing them in class. Other things are a little bit more of a challenge, and I'm very grateful for my Skills Plus PLC for some ideas to help with incentives. We do an online reading program called iReady, and when we were in the classroom, I had weekly incentives for passing lessons, and I was trying to figure out how in the world to deal with that situation in an online way. So my colleagues in my Skills Plus PLC gave me the idea of, I now have if they pass a lesson, put them in a drawing for a Chick-fil-A gift card, and I found this nifty little app online where it can make a choice wheel. So every Sunday I look back and see who passed a lesson, and I make a wheel of their names and flip the wheel around, and the winner, I mail them a Chick-fil-A gift card. That's really increased participation on iReady, which is excellent. I've learned a lot of things through this online learning situation. One of them is how differently kids respond to online learning. Some of my students are thriving and are doing even better in an online situation than they did in school. The majority, though, obviously do better when we're face-to-face and have teachers and peers to respond to. As far as I'm concerned, I have really had a steep learning curve with technology. Thank goodness I've had a lot of people helping me out. But I now could easily picture a paper-free classroom, which is something that, having taught for a rather long time, paper was central. And now I can see a classroom where everything, that the students write on and turn in is going to be digital, and which I think will help us when we do return.
My name is Krista Hodsden, and I'm a 10th and 12th grade English language arts teacher at Hickory Ridge High School. Connecting with students during this time can be pretty challenging. Everyone has different schedules. They're doing schoolwork at times that are not normal. So what I figured out is variety is the key. So I send out an email blast to parents at least once a week, letting them know what the module is going to be. I also blast students with Canvas announcements. I also will post videos. I'll do Google form check-ins. Sometimes I'll even post fun discussion boards like, what are your pets up to during the stay-at-home order? But really it's just about getting creative and making sure that the students still know that you're there and willing to help them no matter what challenges that they're facing. I would say one of the biggest challenges to e-learning is getting students to buy into what you're doing, showing them that it's more than just something to fill the time or bookwork. And so what my English 2 team and I decided that was create an environment where students could engage with one another about some interesting issues would be the key to making that happen. So through our independent novel unit, we decided to use discussion boards. We came up with big picture ideas like change, conflict, isolation, or hope, and allowed students to post things about their own book as well as respond to each other's. What we found is that because these topics were so relevant in their world as well as in their books, it really got them to engage with each other and make some really insightful connections. And it also brought back that camaraderie that is missing in an e-classroom. So it's been really exciting to see the students engaging and learning together again. Not quite like the physical classroom, but it's pretty much the closest thing that we've had since then. I think one of the biggest things that I've learned about myself and my students during this time is that we all really have the power to adapt and grow, even in this crazy e-learning environment. The kinds of responses that I've seen from my students during this time has just really been incredible. So many of them have just risen to every single challenge I've put out there, and they really want to learn, and that has been pretty awesome. And I guess what I've learned about myself is that I just need to be flexible. By putting things out there in different ways and working different hours, it's really going to help all of my students be successful in the end.